What's going on, guys? It's Chad. Back on some more Modern Warfare 3. A good one. Some more disappointing news. I actually didn't know if I was going to upload a video today or not, but I mean, they just make it easy now. Charlie Intel says there's currently an exploit in Black Ops Cold War. So we're not even talking about old Call of Duties anymore. But, well, okay, I should rephrase this. Last year's Call of Duty is considered an old Call of Duty to Activision. All the support just goes out of the window. There's currently an exploit in Black Ops Cold War on all platforms where a person can gain access to a player's IP, crash their game, or potentially cause other issues. No indication so far of it happening in MW2 or Warzone 2. Activision has not addressed this, nor have they stated they're actually even aware of this problem. It would be best to avoid Cold War until it's fixed. I already made like those past couple videos talking about this kind of stuff, and we were like, yeah, you know, it's old Call of Duties, and a lot of people are like, no one cares, those are old games, blah, blah. Well, now what's happening to actual recent games, modern games. So how are you feeling now? Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure that this has kind of been possible for a long time. I ended up seeing some of the menus and stuff that these people have, these supposed menus. I've never seen it like in action, but I played Cold War like a little while ago, and I haven't had any like crashing or any kind of issue like that, but I'm not gonna test it, and I definitely believe that because it was a thing over on Xbox. I remember all you had to do is get people to join your party on Xbox Live, and you could just pull people's IP. This is why people didn't accept random invites anymore, especially with the rise of rank and all that stuff as well. Hey, don't worry, guys. Maybe we could potentially make a Cold War server. Surely they won't take that down. I just tried so hard to get into that Nuketown server, and I left it. So that's the thing. Don't go and play Cold War. It's just, it's not safe. I mean, I could go on an entire rant, but you guys already get the gist of this stupid shit. The thing is, like, getting access to people's IPs and stuff like that is not new. It seems, though, that if it gets to the point to where Charlie Intel is aware of it and they're tweeting about it, it must be widespread enough, and I'm assuming that Ranked has probably increased the amount of people that would actually use these means of winning games at this point. So like when you add ranked in there, for example, like we had game battles before. So on game battles, it was also a pretty common thing to hit other people offline. And if you didn't hit people offline, people were like recording, and then other people were faking recordings, and people are constantly disputing whether they won or not. And then there's like weird corruption with like the people that are at the top of the thing that are able to reverse or give people wins and losses for the GB ladders. It was crazy shit. I also remember in competitive sniping, there was this one channel. It was called like Top 50 NA. There was sniper leaderboards as well. There were all these disputes and arguments and recordings and people hitting each other offline, and it was crazy shit. So like, this is not new. Understand, it's not new. It's that they never fixed it, so we just kind of, you know, we're quiet about it. We weren't quiet about it then, you know? We were like, dude, people are hitting people offline and all this other shit, and we would just make fun of them for being losers. But at the end of the day, Activision didn't really make any effort to stop it. Like, I swear, it was so rare for people. I knew so many people that blatantly just, they're on their profile. People would have nuke counters on their Xbox 360 profiles. They'll just say like nukes and then just put a number there. I've met people that straight up have the amount of times they have hit people offline. They didn't give a shit. It was no fear. And again, when they don't communicate about these kind of things and they don't actually go after people that do these kinds of things, we're falling back into the same cycle here. But now it's starting to affect the games that are closer and closer to the actual newest game. And to be honest, it says there's no indication for MW2 or Warzone 2, but I'm telling you right now, that will not be the case forever. And when I say forever, I'm not even saying years down the road. I'm saying that when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, MW2 is probably not safe either, if it's not already not safe now. And here's the thing, if we all go around telling each other that this is not a safe thing, it's not safe to play the game at the moment, then Activision must say something. Either A, they will just deny that it exists, B, they'll actually look into it and try to solve it, or C, they'll continue ignoring it. I mean, after all, Bobby Kotick himself says that they have 12 billion in cash on hand, so I'm sure they don't really give a fuck. That 12 billion on hand, this whole thing is a completely different context. He was basically saying if the Microsoft deal fell through, it didn't really matter at the end of the day, considering they make a shit ton of money. But this is his reasoning in every scenario. We made a profit, so we're doing something right. And then there are also people that think that like failure to success is like somehow that like monetarily gets you from failure to success. You can still be a rich fucking loser. I mean, look at Bob. People got like these weird unhealthy mindsets where they feel like somehow like getting a paycheck is gonna fix them being a piece of shit. And it'll hit you eventually. I'm just saying, it'll hit you eventually. Yeah, also, this stuff is going around again. I've seen this brought up so many times. We've already made videos about this stuff. If you've been around in the community for at least a couple years, you've seen these patents. I believe we initially found them in like 2021 or something, because they applied for the patent, I think, in 2017 and then got approved in 2020 where Warzone was. These screenshots thoughts going around of Activision patent on microtransactions and how they affect the gameplay. These patents are several years old and are patented for Skylanders IP, not Call of Duty. Now, again, obviously, they could still use that within Call of Duty, and it makes complete sense for them to use it in Call of Duty. But again, I'm just annoyed that people are acting like this is a brand new thing. I'm not going to say for 100%, but I mean, people have done some little tests and stuff like that where they get onto an account, they play some games out, they see the average KD, they average it out, and then they go and buy a skin, and then all of a sudden, the lobbies change. The idea is that microtransactions actually affect your matchmaking. And while it's a crazy thought, it's not that crazy for Activision. We already have proof that they do shady shit, just not necessarily connected to microtransactions. They already do the shady engagement optimized matchmaking where they straight up like will not even say the words as if it's fucking Voldemort. Absolutely horrified at even like mentioning it. I was getting tagged in a video like a week ago of somebody that I guess just stumbled across this shit or something. Then they're like, dude, we gotta get all these big creators on it. It's like, dude, we've already been there. Like, where the fuck were you? Breaking, Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone launches on June 14th and will include a new Warzone map of Vondel. Vondel is set in the Netherlands and developed by Beanox. The new map will have Resurgence support to start. Is this a full-size map, or is this a new, like, rebirth, like, Resurgence type of thing? Because it says it has Resurgence support to start. Is this, like, a large map or no? Waiting for the breaking that TTK and movement are being improved. That's, yeah, not gonna happen. They are willing, literally, to just die on this hill with the game, because they know people will just buy the next one up anyway. If it's bright and colorful, has the same movement in Modern Warfare 2019 and slide canceling, has ranked the Resurgence at launch and runs well on PC, basically everything MW2 and Warzone 2 doesn't do well at, it will be playable. Exactly that. And the issue is, if you get one of those things, you're missing like 3 other things. It's always the case with them. You never get the full package. They know, and they have built the same full package literally 10 plus fucking times now. And it's like they forget. It's so odd. Like, literally look at your game that you were just working on a couple weeks. Like, before you guys even work on the next game, look at what the fuck you guys did with the last one, where it is at the end, and just take that and build off of it. Now, it's very likely with all of these great features, it's probably too difficult to fit all of it in within a reasonable amount of time, because they absolutely must put out a game a year. So thinking about it, we will just never get it. Warzone 2 map size is in order. Al Mazrah is number 1, it's huge. Vondel is the 2nd biggest, and Ashika is 3rd biggest. Stay tuned for June 14th. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm incredibly excited. I mean, my excitement is pretty much in the negatives, but hey, at least Warzone 2 is safe. Surely! By popular demand, Trophy Hunt is back for the rest of Season 3 Reloaded. Now's your chance to get those trophies you might have missed the first time around. That's nice. Anyway, Las Almas is still coming for Modern Warfare 3. Now, it's still the question. What if Modern Warfare 3 makes movement changes? Does that mean that those movement changes will then transfer over to Warzone 2? Because if they don't, it's not even my problem at this point. I'm just describing the wreck in front of us, that's all. But yeah, anyway, play Plutonium or something while you can, because this is safer than playing the regular games. Straight up, man, I wouldn't even be surprised if they just now started taking Plutonium down once they started learning that even their modern games are being affected. Wouldn't be surprised if they just took Plutonium down just out of sheer embarrassment. That somehow this stupid-ass players and community could somehow make a server that's safer. It's just unfathomable to them. What did they call us? Armchair devs and all this other shit? Hey, sure, we are, but not all of us. And the dudes over at Activision, they're not even connected to this shit, to be honest with you. I mean, they got $12 billion extra, so wonder where the fuck that's going, right? It's unfortunate that literally the best Call of Duty they produced in the past like 3 or 4 years at this point, Cold War, is the one that's unplayable. You couldn't have done the same thing to Modern Warfare 2019 or some shit like that. You should do it to a game that deserves it. Anyway, I'm prepping for Diablo.